Hello again, everyone. Welcome to Washington Gun Law TV. I'm Washington Gun Law President William Kirk. Thanks for joining us. Hey, I know you guys have all been waiting for this. This has been kind of what we've all been waiting for. Listen, we already went through the Attorney General bit with Matt Gaetz. Now, okay, it's not going to be Matt Gaetz. It's going to be Pam Bondi. And with those of you who geeked out on this video right here, you know that I really do think Pam Bondi is going to get through the appointment process and become our next Attorney General. What are we going to do with the ATF director? Well, there's certainly been some names floated around. There's been some interesting names floated around. But now the name that all of the hubbub seems to be circling around, yeah, it's Blake Masters. And there is some indication that President Trump may, in fact, be looking at Mr. Masters as the next director of ATF. Is that a good thing? I don't know. We'll talk about it. So today, let's spend a few minutes and let's talk about, is this guy really going to be the next ATF director? Okay, hey, before we get going too far down the road we're going down, let's remember that this video is being brought to us by our good friends over at the Sonoran Desert Institute. That's right, get ready to launch your career in the firearm industry today through education. Get ready to start arming yourself with education, and most importantly, get ready to start defending the inalienable rights of millions of Americans nationwide, all through our most powerful act, which of course is education. Listen, the good folks over at the Sonoran Desert Institute have a degree, certificate, or program for just about anything that you may desire. So for more information, check them out in the description box below, or easier yet, just visit them at sdi.edu. Okay, America, this is what we're talking about. We're talking about rumors swirling around that Blake Masters might be asked to become the next director of the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives. Wow, what an amazing pick, right? I don't know. So who is Blake Masters? That's the problem. Some of you right now are saying, well, who the hell is this guy? Well, in a nutshell, he's a male version of Carrie Lake. Because what Blake Masters has done, and listen, Blake Masters is a very, very successful businessman. So I am not suggesting for one second that he lacks intellect or creativity or anything like that. And he clearly has been very professionally successful. Politically, however, he's been an unadulterated disaster. Okay, he ran against Mark Kelly. And although a lot of people thought that Mark Kelly was very susceptible in that position, Mr. Masters was able to spend a lot of money, win the nomination, and then get beat up pretty good by Senator Kelly, thus thwarting an opportunity to have flipped a very crucial Senate seat. Now, one would think at that point, after you kind of tried to come in and carpetbag your way into a United States Senate spot, that you might just go home, lick your wounds, but nope. Nope, not Blake Masters. No. Instead, what he decided to do is he then decided to run for the United States House of Representatives in Arizona's 8th legislative district. Well, how did that campaign go? Well, as you can see, Mr. Masters is still looking for a position inside the government where he might be able to wield some power. Because, yeah, his race for the House was just as successful as the race to the Senate. And there were many, many critics about the tone and tenor of his race there for that congressional seat in the 8th district. It was not particularly flattering, according to some sources. Now, apparently, Mr. Masters was vying to lead the Presidential Personnel Office. He was turned down for that position. So this is a person who appears to be relatively desperate to try to get some sort of government position, and he clearly intends on being a climber. Now, how pro-Second Amendment is Blake Masters? Well, we're going to link up below one of his Facebook posts that he put on his Facebook page during the congressional race. We would show it here on Washington Gun Law, but Mr. Masters is holding a semi-automatic pistol with an attached stabilizing brace, and the good folks at Google will completely crap themselves and demonetize my video for merely showing that image. So that post is linked up down below. You guys can judge it for yourselves. Now, at least one anonymous Arizona gun owner was quoted in the Arizona Daily Independent as follows. It's clear Masters wants power, and that is why President Trump can't give it to him. For sure, not power over our firepower anyways. If President Trump wants an Arizonan, pick a legit one. Pick Pinal County Sheriff Mark Lamb or someone who is not a psycho like Masters. Now, I'm not suggesting for one second that this individual has any credibility. That is what one Arizona gun owner thinks. That is certainly not a scientific poll. It's hardly even anecdotal. But I ask you, America, You excited about that pick? Who, as near as I can tell, is a very successful businessman who has run 2 very unsuccessful campaigns. Is he a Trump loyalist? Yeah, he is absolutely positively a Trump loyalist. But you know what we need in this position more than a Trump loyalist? We need a person who's loyal to your God-given, inalienable right. Is Blake Masters the right person for that? Well, we're going to find out. We'll see if any of these rumors really come to fruition. If you got any questions or comments about Mr. Masters, we'd love to hear about that down there in the comment section. If you got any questions about this or anything else related to what's left of our Second Amendment rights, you guys should know how to get a hold of Washington gun law by now. But if you don't, that's okay. That information's down there in the description box. If you got an idea for a video we should be doing around here, we'd love to hear about it by you clicking on that link right there and letting us know. If you want to subscribe to our monthly newsletter, the ability to do all of that is down there in the description box. And then finally, and most importantly, let's everyone remember that part of being a lawful and responsible gun owner, like we talk about all the time here, is to know what the law is in every situation and how it applies to you in any instance that you may find yourself. Until next time, thanks for watching and stay safe.